Hi there, it's so great to see you back. Lesson 2 is to introduce you to the basics of viticulture and winemaking and the key stages involved in growing grapes and making wines. Wine is the elixir of gods. It's the beverage that has been enjoyed by humans for thousands of years. But what exactly is wine, you ask? Well, it is simple. Wine is an alcoholic beverage made from fermented grapes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fermented grapes? That's it? Hold on a minute. There is a whole lot more to it than that. You see, wine is a complex and nuanced beverage that can vary greatly in flavor, aroma, and texture depending on the type of grape, the region it's grown in, and the winemaking process. From the crisp and refreshing whites of Sauvignon Blanc to the bold and tannic reds of Cabernet Sauvignon, there is a wine out there for everyone. And let's not forget about the bubbles. Champagne, Prosecco, Cava, these sparkling wines are perfect for celebrations or just for making any occasion a little bit more special. Did we mention that there are over 10,000 different varieties of wine grapes? That's right, 10,000. And each one has its own unique flavor, profile, and characteristics, making the world of wine an endless adventure of discovery. So, next time you're sipping on a glass of wine, take a moment to appreciate the journey it took to get to your glass. From the vineyards to the winemaking process, there's a whole lot of love and care that goes into every bottle of wine. Cheers to the magic of fermented grapes. The process of producing wine involves two key stages: viticulture and winemaking. Viticulture is cultivation of grapes, and winemaking is the process of transforming grapes into wine. Now, the art of grape growing. It's a practice that has been shrouded in mystery for centuries, with grape growers harnessing the power of nature to create the perfect conditions for their vines to thrive. But what exactly is viticulture? Well, it's the study and practice of growing grapes. But don't let its seemingly straightforward definition fool you. Viticulture is so much more than just planting some vines in the ground and hoping for the best. It's a delicate dance between man and nature, where the slightest misstep can have disastrous consequences. It's a craft that requires a deep understanding of the soil, the climate, and the grape varieties themselves. It's a balancing act between science and art, where intuition and experience are just as important as data and research. But the rewards of viticulture are truly magical. The beauty of perfectly manicured vineyard, the satisfaction of watching grapes ripen on the vine, the joy of tasting a wine that truly captures the essence of a place. These are all the fruits of viticulture's labor. And let's not forget about the mysteries of terroir. This elusive concept is at the heart of viticulture. The idea that unique characteristics of a place, its soil, climate, and topography, are reflected in the grapes and ultimately the wine that it's produced. It's a concept that has captivated wine lovers for centuries and one that continues to inspire and intrigue us to this day. Soil, climate, and grape varieties. When it comes to viticulture, there are three key factors that have a major impact on the quality of grapes grown: soil, climate, and grape varieties. Let's start with soil. The type of soil in which grapes are grown can have a significant impact on their flavor and characteristics. For example, soils that are rich in limestone can produce grapes that are high in acidity, which can give the resulting wine a crisp and refreshing taste. On the other hand, soils that are high in clay can produce grapes that are more full-bodied and robust. The climate is another major factor that can impact grape quality. Grapes thrive in regions that have a warm and sunny climate but are not too hot. The right amount of sunshine and warmth helps grapes to ripen and develop complex flavors. Regions that are too cold may produce grapes that are underripe, while regions that are too hot may produce grapes that are overripe and lack acidity. Finally, the grape variety is a key factor in determining the quality of the grapes. Different grape varieties have different characteristics, from the color of the grape to the size and shape of the berries. Some grape varieties are better suited to certain climates or soils, while others may produce more consistent results across a range of growing conditions. All of these factors work together to create what is known as terroir, the unique combination of soil, climate, and grape variety that gives the wine its distinct flavor and character. Terroir is what makes wines from different regions and vineyards taste different, even when they are made from the same grape variety. As a sommelier or wine enthusiast, understanding the impact of soil, climate, and grape variety on grape quality can help you appreciate and enjoy wine on a deeper level. It can also help you make informed decisions about which wines to pair with different foods or occasions, based on their unique characteristics and flavor profiles. Viticulturists select the best grape varieties for their specific location, soil, and climate, and manage the vineyard throughout the growing season to ensure healthy and high-quality grapes. The winemaking process. Winemaking is an ancient art that involves transforming grape juice into a complex and nuanced beverage that delights the senses. It is a delicate process that requires patience, skills, and attention to detail. From crushing and pressing the grapes to aging the wine in barrels or bottles, each step plays a crucial role in shaping the final product. Nowadays, winemaking is a fusion of science and art, where the grape variety, terroir, and winemaker's vision all come together to create a unique and delicious wine. Winemaking is a complex process that involves multiple steps, each one critical to the final product. Here are the main steps of winemaking, along with a brief explanation of each one. Harvesting. Grapes are picked from the vineyards when they're ripe and ready for picking. The timing of harvesting is crucial to the quality of the grapes. Crushing. The grapes are crushed to release the juice and break down the skin. Pressing. The juice is separated from the solids, typically through a pressing process. Fermentation. Yeast is added to the juice to start the fermentation process, where the sugars are converted into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Clarification. After fermentation, the wine is clarified to remove any solids or impurities. Aging. The wine is aged in barrels, tanks, or bottles to develop its flavor and texture. Blending. If desired, wines from different barrels or batches can be blended together to create a desired flavor profile. Bottling. The wine is bottled and sealed with a cork or screw cap. Aging in the bottle. Some wines are aged in the bottle for a period of time before they are released for sale. Each step of winemaking requires careful attention and expertise to ensure the wine is of the highest quality. From the vineyard to the bottle, winemaking is a complex and fascinating process that results in some of the most enjoyable beverages in the world. Fermentation is one of the most critical steps in the winemaking process, as it is responsible for transforming grape juice into wine by converting the sugar in the grapes into alcohol. The yeast used during fermentation plays a significant role in shaping the flavor, aroma, and texture of the wine, making it a crucial factor in determining the quality and characteristics of the final product. During fermentation, yeast metabolizes the sugar in the grape juice and produces alcohol and carbon dioxide gas as byproduct. The alcohol content in the wine depends on the amount of sugar in the grape juice and the type of yeast used. Different strains of yeast can produce different flavors, aromas, and textures in the wine, and the temperature of fermentation can also impact the final product. In addition to alcohol production, fermentation also influences the acidity, tannin, and flavor compounds in the wine. For example, red wines are often fermented with grape skins, which can add tannins and color to the wine. The length of fermentation as well as the method used can also affect the final flavor and aroma of the wine. Overall, fermentation is a critical step in winemaking, and winemakers must carefully control the process to ensure the wine's quality and characteristics are what they desire. From selecting the right yeast strain to controlling the temperature and length of fermentation, every decision made during this step can significantly impact the final product. Different winemaking techniques, such as aging and oak barrel aging, can impact the flavor and quality of the wine as well. In conclusion, viticulture and winemaking are complex processes that require deep understanding of the science and art of growing grapes and producing wine. The quality of the grapes and the winemaking process can significantly impact the taste, the aroma, and overall experience of the wine. There you go, you made it to the end. Congratulations! Now, for today's assignment is to research and discuss the different winemaking techniques and how they impact the flavor and quality of the wine. Focus on aging in oak barrels, making the fermentation process with the skin of the grape, and aging in bottles.